for this current format before we go into Sky Striker format here in July. So this is the deck tutorial for the deck profile we just had. Just watch on, just go click on channel if you're just what right here, and just it's the only video up there. So yeah. So we're gonna be doing combo tutorial. The best place to do with Melffy starting out. First, we're gonna do starting out using. Let's see. We're gonna start out using Obedience School if we could find this thing. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna start out using Obedience School in this, and we're just gonna see like I'm just gonna show the best place to do with the current hand situations that pop up. We're also gonna do one at Rescue Cat, and we're just gonna have like a little comment tutorial of the best things you should go into, and how to like bring in the Tri-Brigade, why the Tri-Brigade engine like mixes into this deck so freaking well. Like I think that Melffy Tri-Brigade actually has better synchronization than Zoo Tri-Brigade, and you're gonna see how this deck is just so amazing. Alright, so we're gonna bring it up to EDO Pro, and we're just gonna go ahead and just start out like this. So first up, you're gonna bring up Obedience School. Obedience School is gonna allow you to special summon 3 level 2 or lower monsters. So we already have the Mystical Beast of Forest, the Count Tosin in our hand, and we have a puppy in our hand. So anything else that so we want to bring up something on the field that's gonna be kind of useless. So we're gonna have that's gonna go in the XE summon. So we're gonna detach off Kibby. Something's gonna stay on the field that's not gonna get brought back in here. See what I mean? All right. So we also have a Kalatosin, so that's fine. We have a puppy, so we're gonna go ahead and get a cat, and we're gonna go ahead and bring up another puppy, since then that puppy is gonna be our useless one. Since we have a puppy in the hand, and you'll see what I mean by useless. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go for a special summon, and our first special summon is always going to be Melffy the Forest. And we're going to go and use the useless, which is the puppy, and it's only useless because we have one in hand. Usually the cat would be your useless one. Alright, so we're going to activate, we're going to go ahead and activate, what's it called? Melffy the Forest, detaching the kit. Now the puppy is the useless one in this situation because it's going to be left under Melffy the Forest for Xyz's material. Since we have a cat on the field that's going to be going to the grave, and we have a puppy in hand, our only option to get here is Melffy Hide and Seek. And it's going to be good because if they run something like Lightning Storm, it's going to be amazing because nothing's going to happen. They can destroy the back row, and that's the one card. So, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and activate Kit here in the graveyard to go ahead and send Nerval to the graveyard as well. And we're activating Nerval so we get the cross in the hand. And so what we're going to try to do is, if you have Kalatosin in your hand, you want to have them go to the graveyard. Usually I would send the Alpha to the graveyard, but since we have the Kalatosin in hand, we want to have him go to the graveyard, and you'll see why. So we're going to go ahead and discard the Kalatosin, Specialism Cross. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to have 2 monsters here in the grave. We're always going to have that Kit and Nerval, and they're going to be the ones who can go banish. I always try to banish those Tri-Brigade monsters, because the Melffy monsters just work too well to banish them. And then we're going to go ahead and special summon again. And this is going to be your normal board. Joyous Melffy. And we're going to put that in attack mode, just in case they Dark Roller me, because Dark Roller is a big weakness of this deck. Alright, so now on your opponent's turn. So now here on In Face, we're going to activate Puppy's effect. And we're gonna want to stop right here. So on your opponent's turn, you're going to be able to have the puppy, and you'll have this the Joyous Melffys over here. And so what's going to happen here is that we're going to bring it back. So Melffy the Forest here is a negate. When something comes back to your hand, is negated. So that Joyous Melffys, you see the material underneath it. You have a cat. So Joyous Melffys, you pop a Nexus on the field, one of ours, and then you're gonna special summon as many materials, many level 2 or lower monsters from the graveyard as they were materials on that monster. So we have 2 materials, so we're gonna summon 2 level 2 monsters, and their effects are not negated. So we're going to be able to summon the cat, and we'll be able to summon the hedgehog. So we're going to go ahead and bring it back over here. So you're going to be able to special summon the cat and the hedgehog off of the Joyous Melffy. And so the cat is going to be able to come back to your hand later. And this is going to be an automatic pop. That's not once per turn. So when you withdraw that puppy, right there on the field, when they summon something, you can automatically shotgun Joyous Melffy at any time. And they don't have to attack or summon nothing. They could put a field spell and you can automatically use it. And that's what I advise using. Whenever their first play is their normal summon, their whatever it is, as long as it isn't like okay, fuck it, whatever, go on with it. As long as it's something that's useful to replace, I automatically shotgun Joyous Melffys. And then when you use the puppy, we're gonna bring it back to over here. When you use the puppy, when they summon anything else, we're gonna go ahead and summon up the second Kalantosin, and that's gonna be another pop. And now that you got the puppy back in your hand, you put that Kalantosin on the field. Let's say then you had to resolve that puppy. So right here, this cat would be right here on the field, like it is right here because of the Joyous Melffy's effect. So when you resolve that puppy, you want to resolve your cat. So the cat bounces back to your hand, and you want to get a Hopier Squadron to your hand. So your Hopier Squadron is going to target one of your Kalantosin, and it's going to special summon himself out to the field. Now, when he specials himself that way, he has to automatically go and synchro summon with that monster. And we're going to go ahead and put down Herald Arclight. So you have this essentially right here is one pop, gets you your caddy. The second pop, and when he triggers himself, he's also going to trigger that caddy that just ended up on the field right over here. And that caddy is going to come back, search out the Hopier, and then make the Herald of the Arclight. Not only that, but you also have the power boost from Mistoo's Radiant on all the monsters. You have that 2500 body defense from Melffy of the Forest, and it's also a negate, and their monster can attack in general. And not only that, you also had stuff here like so right here, special summon. And see, that's a pop itself. So yeah, you're always gonna have that going on, and it's always live. And then of course you still have the Melffy Hide and Seek and everything, and so it's just your basic board off of just one card. And it all starts because Kit just goes well in this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go again, but this time we're just gonna have Rescue Cat. Now this particular hand's gonna be freaking amazing. We easily have Fractal and Rescue Cat. So since we already have a kind of like an established board to go with this, we're gonna go ahead and use Rescue Cat's effect. And since we have the Fractal, I don't have to worry about special summoning the Kit. So I want to generate more on. I want to generate more myself on hand advantage. So I want to go ahead and go for another one. Since my Tri-Brigade engine is kind of live already, I kind of want to just go for this. If my Tri-Brigade engine was not live, I would have not been going for the Interior Beast. I'd rather have gone for Tri-Brigade Kit and the Caddy to go into the Tri-Brigade engine. But we're going to go ahead and make the Interior Beast. And we're going to be able to draw a card. So necessarily just hand advantage. Now, I want to use Desires, but we're going to go ahead and use the Fractal first, so we don't banish our own Tri-Brigade pieces. So there goes one. Kit, send the Nerve, and then Nerve, get the Caress. And we do have the Call by the Grave just in case they ashed us at any point of this. Alright, so we're going to use Crosses effect. And we're going to go ahead and use the Pot of Desires. Cool. We're going to go ahead and use Crosses effect. Get rid of the Rescue Cat. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and go for our Link 4 to Shureg. We're just going to go ahead and banish stuff up. And then we're going to still have hand advantage right here, because on their turn we're going to be able to activate Ominous Omen's effect by special summoning the Hoppier Squadron. So on their turn we could put the Call by the Grave face down, but I'm just focusing about the monsters. So on their turn, what we're going to do is that we're going to actually chain the Hoppier Squadron, targeting the Karas, and special summoning the Hoppier Squadron. That itself, even though it's going in and out and synchroing, that itself is going to go ahead and make Mr. Omen over here trigger his effect to banish. So as soon as they play a monster, they do a play first, you go ahead and trigger that effect, and it's to make Herald the Arclight using a level 2 on your field, like the Karas. And so you can go ahead and trigger Omen to, go ahead and, fuck shit over. And we got the Naturi Beast, we got Limited Gates, we got the Call by the Grave, just in case for any graveyard effects, and then we still got the Omni Negate with Herald the Arclight. Also, with the stipulation, any things go from the deck, that would go from the deck to the grave, would be banished instead. So we don't have to worry about them seeing Karas if we're playing a mirror match against Tri-Brigade, because Herald the Arclight's going to take care of that for us. And even if they wiped out the field, we'd still got Being School and a Rescue Cat, and those two are amazing starters. So yeah, Omen would trigger. We have Nat Beast, and then we have Herald the Arclight, and then we have the Called by the Grave. And that's just off of that. If you could usually you'll be able to get another level 2 on the field, or you get a Puppy in the hand. That would also be the goal. So when Puppy destroys, Shureg could banish. So instead of ending on the Karas, if we could end on the Puppy instead, or if a Puppy was in hand, then that's another good one. So yeah, that's literally one of the best, better plays that we could do. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna go and just face an opponent, so we could just show that any hands necessarily dynamite, really. Rock, always lose. Alright. Now this deck's a little funkier, because we have Watch Cat in this. This is the new variation, but you don't have to worry about it too much. It's not much difference. We're playing against Gokis? Okay. Okay, I see you. The double audio was annoying me. Alright. Go ahead. This guy's thinking. Like, he's just like, come on. Get this show on the road. We know you're going to lose. So since we have the Nerval in hand, we can't really go through our Tri-Brigade engine unless you want to have more beast monsters in the graveyard. So when we use Obedience Skull, we're going to have to really... Let me guess, Ash. Oh, no? Okay. So when you use Obedience Skull, we're just going to get the cat. We're not going to use the hedgehog because we have the hedgehog in hand. That, and we're going to go ahead and use it. We'll go ahead and use the kit just because I don't want to... We have one hedgehog in hand. When you have a hedgehog in hand, you don't want to use the one in your deck because you want to be able to get that off of the Melffy. So we're going to go ahead in this instance, since we have... Anytime you have the hedgehog in your hand, you want to go ahead and you want to make Baron Blossom. We're going to go ahead and trigger kit. See if we can bait out any negates. It really doesn't matter. Daki or Banshee. Okay. Oh, Zombie World. Ouch. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. All right. So in this case, even more so right now, it's still a beast monster in my hand. So we're gonna go ahead and we're ooh, super poly. That's rough. But that's not gonna negate. That's not gonna negate the effect I just used. And since they already used like what was super that was gonna be good for, we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna go wild on this. We can't activate Puppy because obvious reasons. So we're gonna go ahead and add one. Can't activate Puppy. It's just asking us. Just because it's negated, but even though it's negated, it still can activate. All right, so they did make it a little bit more. Dang, it's difficult for us. I forgot how to discard a card. Now we're gonna go ahead and this is gonna be funny. Normal summon Nerval. Ooh, we actually can't do much. Come on. They probably saw the Nerval and thought we were just gonna go for swing, but I mean, with a big giant monster, but we honestly couldn't because of obedience cooled. We're gonna try this again. All right, here we go. I'm going first. Nice. We ended up with 2 hedgehogs, and that's not very good. We'll go ahead and get our Tri-Brigade engine live. We're going to use a cat and a pup. Come on. Here we go. Again. The man who likes cards. Well, hopefully he doesn't like to quit when he's playing cards. Rock again. Rock again. I'm using paper next. I'm using rock. Okay, whatever. Oh, he made me go first? Okay, whatever. This is going to be even better then. Alright, here we go. Start out with our kit. So we get our Tri-Brigade. We have a cat in hand. So we're going to go ahead and put another cat. And we're going to use the puppy. The cat's going to be the useless material. Because we already have one in hand. And plus, puppy's better than catty. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and use Melffy the Forced. Defense mode. We're going to go ahead and detach the kit so we can start our Tri-Brigade plays. We're going to go ahead, since we have a puppy here and a cat in hand, we're going to go ahead and get hide and seek so we can protect our stuff. I always like to have the Melffy engine like right there because I count more on my Melffys than I do on Tri-Brigade because like Tri-Brigade, everyone is kind of like knowing the counters for them. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play this so we could go and be protected. And we're going to use Cross to screw over our caddy. We're going to use Cross's effect, bash its 2 Tri-Brigade monsters. Go Messus Radiant, so as a recovery play. And then we're going to use these 2, Joyous Melffys. And then on their turn, this is actually coming out like the test stand like I was doing earlier. Right there. And then we have an Ash. We have Monster Reborn just in case. And go ahead and pass turn. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to shotgun. We want to shotgun this, but we're actually going to Ash that first. And we're going to, let's go ahead and change that. Special summon. This and this. So right in the beginning, we have our 2 monsters already. Activate this, see if we control. Okay. Terraforming, okay. And our stuff can't be destroyed by card effects, so we're going to be able to go through pretty well. Okay. It's not like it matters too much. I mean, you're playing... Oh no, don't tell me that's it. Oh, come on. This works a lot better when they actually play. Well, assuming if they summoned a monster which I hope they're about to, if they summon a monster, you're going to be able to see the chaining that's going on. We're going to be able to get a Hedgehog to pop a card. We're going to get a Herald of the Arclight. We're just not going to get anything, are we? Alright, so we're going to go and use this effect, because why not? To get another Melffy monster to our hand. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to normal out the puppy. And we want to go ahead and use this as material. And we're going to go ahead and use one of the puppies. Boom. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Monster Reborn. We're going to bring back the cross. And let that go through. Yes, they are. We have 3 in the grave. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to need one more thing to go. So one more monster in the grave and we're going to be good. So we're going to go ahead and send that cat to the grave. So like that, when I use Karasu's effect to get the Shreg. Alright, now Karasu's effect, we're going to go ahead and banish 4. And that's going to be able to get our Shreg. This is so not fair anymore. I'm worried about the back row. So we're going to go ahead and banish the back row. Ill, okay. And yeah, I mean, we have... Check this out. Let's swing if that gets destroyed. Oh, okay, whatever. So we'll use the token, whatever. Unchain Abomination, pop, right there, right there. And if I wasn't stupid, if I would have just attacked regularly, I think we could have got, yeah, we could have had some pretty good stuff going. So already, like, if they let your Melffy stay on the field or anything, it's really dangerous because, I mean, you're just going to be able to pop off. You're going to be able to get your Karas. You're going to be able to go ahead and do everything you need to do. What is this? Fusion Summon 1, using monsters in your hand or field. Your opponent controls 2 or more. Like, okay. Go ahead. Oh, Vortex Dragon? Okay, that's a cool card. I mean, whatever. Go ahead. I'm not tripping. It's only 2,500. What does this do? By attributing 3 gains something. I don't know. Looks like it's troublesome. Okay, so it looks like he needed that. Come on, if they destroy the Shreg, it's gonna be the dumbest thing ever. They can't destroy Ronin Raccoon because Ronin Raccoon has a stipulation where if there's another beast monster on the field, then you just can't destroy him. So his token right now is protecting him. He's an idiot. Okay. Yeah, this is so not looking good. We're going to go with the cat first just so we can go ahead and get another summon in. We're going to go ahead and, since they're playing like a pendulum type deck, we kind of know what they're playing now. Even though I think we're going to OTK the fuck out of them. Omen. Screw that. Right here. Right there. Got another card in hand. Use this. Make another 3,000 token. So we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15,200 damage on board. This deck is best deck. You can't tell me different. It's all about knowing what you're going against. They saw the they probably saw the Nat Beast and they're like, okay, I ain't getting turned. Then they saw the 3,000. Oh, I forgot the Abomination went bye bye. They saw 3,000 Shureg. They saw 3,000 tokens, and they said, hell no. That was 3, 6. Then that was 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 12,200 damage, and they will have 500 life points left. Kind of crap, man. Got a Gamma, and let's say they wipe the whole board. Let's say they found a way to wipe the whole board. Obedient Skull, summon 3 again. Let's get this stuff over, and then a Gamma. I'm done with this tutorial. Melffy Tri-Brigade best deck, especially if you side correctly in this deck, because yeah, I mean there is some stuff that could get this deck, but your side deck needs to be on point. I will have an updated version of this deck later on, because we just kind of like upped the Tri-Brigade, but for the most part we got all the cards and we used all the cards that we still only used in the previous build on the deck profile. If you go check it out and subscribe and like it, yes. All right, see you guys on the next one. And any advice? This is kind of my first one. It's kind of odd, kind of doing this for me. So I mean, I just didn't know how to go about it, but I hope that actually teaches people how to use the deck a little bit more, and a little bit of plays maybe that for the people who have tried this deck to actually try. And Ronin Raccoon going second card puts a lot of damage on board, as you could tell, and works great. All right, well, I'll see you. Like, comment, subscribe. First time me saying that, I think. And thanks for watching.